Okay, so hopefully we figured out two separate ways to figure out the area of the trapezoid. With our example here, there was the first one we talked about, or hopefully we talked about, where the trapezoid is divided into two triangles. So we know that the triangle is A equals base times height divided by 2. So we have 6 times 12 divided by 2. And then we hopefully get our answer, and then we add it to this guy here, which is 8 times 6, which is 48. And then we divide it by 2 as well, and then we add them together. That's 1. The second way, and hopefully we've talked about, is it is obvious now that the trapezoid, when I make two of them exactly the same, and I flip it down, I now have a parallelogram. So my base now, here it is centimeters, this is 12 centimeters. And remember too, that with area of a parallelogram, area equals base. So with this one, total base of 12, 12, 8, which is 20. 20 times 6, which is 120. And then again, we have to divide it by 2, because, or at least take half off, so divide by 2, which makes 60 centimeters squared. So that should be area of the trapezoid. The last one is using the formula. So it's a little different than what we've done before. This time, the formula we're looking at is area equals A plus B times H divided by 2. Now, I know it seems kind of confusing at the moment, but bear with me. I'll show you what all those things are. So the first thing is A. What is A here? Well, A here is the top number of the trapezoid. Now, here to give you a good idea of what I'm talking about. 8 centimeters is A. B, I always say B is bottom. In this case, B is 12 centimeters. And finally, the height. Height is like all the parallelograms and the triangles that we've done so far, going middle, inside the shape, 6 centimeters. So there's A, B, and H. Of course, divided by 2. So right now we know what we know. A is 8 centimeters, 12 centimeters. B, and height 6. Hopefully everybody's following here. 7, of course, is on an angle. We ignore it because the 7 will just confuse us. This is not a base. This is not a height. It's an angle. And this is not used to solve the area of the trapezoid. So let's get to our formula. So area equals base times height. Area equals, and so A we said, okay, A equals 8 centimeters plus B, which was 12 centimeters, bracket, times the height, which was 6 centimeters. And then finally, we divide by 2. So we want to make sure that we are doing this properly. Let's make this a little bigger. Excellent. All right. So the first thing that we're going to do is this part here. 8 plus 12. The reason why we're going to do 8 plus 12 first is because BEDMAS says we do everything in brackets. So make sure you do everything in brackets first, then we do the multiplication and division. So first thing we do things in the brackets, and this time it is 8 plus 12. 8 plus 12, of course, area equals 8 plus 12 is 20 centimeters. And then we bring everything else down. Times 6 centimeters. And finally divide by 2. So this is bigger again. Area equals this. Our next thing that we're going to do we're going to use 20 times 6 before we do divide by 2. Remember, bed mass tells us when there's multiplication and division, no matter what order they're in, we go left and right. So in this case, again, we're going area equals 20 times 6, which is 120 centimeters. And because now we found an area, we say this is squared, and then divide by 2. Now, of course, I don't want to make this guy into an exponent. So we dealt with all of that now. And everything, notice, is all lined up. Now, finally, we're going to do this one here. 120 centimeters squared divided by 2. If we do that, we'll have the area of the trapezoid. So again, we do a little formula. If I had my little therefore symbol, I would do it now. Area equals 60 centimeters squared. So squared, make it exponent. And there you have it. So, make sure. So there we have it. You can do the area of a trapezoid in many different ways. You can figure out with triangles. You can figure out by doing with the parallelograms. Or a quicker method, or a lot of people find a quicker method, is doing the formula, which again is area equals A plus B times height divided by 2. And as a recap again, A is the top, B is the bottom, and of course the end. So hopefully this helps you. We'll see if we can post this on YouTube on how to solve the area of trapezoid.